Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. Reading popular books that booktubers recommended. I don't really have specific booktubers that are the ones who recommended these books. It's just I've been seeing them all over booktube so much and I've been wanting to read them so bad. They're also books I've been really putting off because I think I'm gonna love them and I'm a little scared that I won't. So the other night I got the 4 books that we're gonna be choosing between. I am having such a hard time choosing which book to pick up first because I'm so excited for every single one of them. I chose my first read, Magnolia Parks. I love that there's like a clear color scheme going on right here. But anyway, here's the other books that we're gonna be reading in this video. We've got Beartown by Frederick Bachman, The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. These are very, very, very highly anticipated reads. First book that we're gonna be reading is Magnolia Parks. I'm actually exactly 50% through the book now because I have been reading it. So my initial thoughts about this book. Okay, first off, this is Rachel Catherine's favorite series, I believe, and there's a couple other YouTubers who really talk about how great it is. I heard from all of them that it is basically just the most toxic, and it's set in London with like high society. The main character, Magnolia, her dad is like a music producer, her mom was a model turned fashion designer, and then the main character, Guy, BJ, he is an influencer of sorts. Everyone was right. This is literally just so incredibly toxic, and I am liking it, but I am not feeling 5-star vibes at all. But that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying it. I just, sometimes this book is making me so mad. Some of the things that some of these characters do, I'm just like, why? The next book is following a different character, Daisy Hates, which we do see in this. Reading the description of Daisy, I think I'm really going to like her. Like, I wish I could find it. Let me read you guys the description of Daisy. This is from Magnolia's point of view. She says, she's a few years younger than me, completely beautiful, sort of terrifying. Dark brown hair, bright hazel eyes, and skin a little more tan than your standard issue white girl. She's sharp and fast and could be carrying a gun, so I'm always friendly. I think I'm gonna be a Daisy Hates girl. We'll see. I think that I'm going to give reviews as I read the books instead of all together at the end. I just got off work, and while I was working today, in the times that I could, I was listening to the audiobook of The Naturals, which I started last night, and I'm also reading it like on the Kindle app because on Kindle Unlimited. I think I'm like over 30% through now, and I just want to binge it. Like, all I want to do is sit down and binge the entire thing. I'm really, really enjoying it. It's not like giving me 5 stars necessarily. It's more of like, I don't know, it's just really easy to read, and I can tell it's going to be a really good series. So yeah, although it is YA, and it's already gotten kind of dark for a YA. Like, there's certain things that I'm like, even I'm getting a little disturbed, but it's like written in a YA way, if that makes sense. But I haven't finished Magnolia Parks. I'm at like 59% through, and I just wanted to switch it up, working on reading something else that's, I mean, I guess a little less toxic because it was stressing me out. So, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely sit down and binge through The Naturals tonight, as long as I don't have other stuff going on. I didn't even make dinner, but speaking of making dinner, I need to go pick up my groceries right now, and then when I get home I will plan to read. And I do want to wait till I get home because I am not really loving the audiobook as much as I'm loving reading it. When I'm listening to the audiobook, I feel like I am not able to track properly which character we're talking about, because I'm like really bad with character names, but when I'm reading it physically, I am better able to keep track of who's who. So that's why I want to wait till I get home. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm reading The Naturals. I have a little over 20 pages left. Oh my gosh, like a lot of information is being revealed right now, and there's like little bits of stuff that I guessed, but I didn't guess everything. So let's see how the rest of it goes. Oh my gosh, this villain. They're so creepy. I'm done. I don't know what to rate it yet. I'm gonna think on it a little bit because this was such a good YA mystery. Like, so many people rave about this, and I don't know. It's not that I didn't believe them. It's just, I just didn't think I would understand, but I do. And I definitely want to continue the series. Yeah, I'll give full thoughts tomorrow. A good night. It is the next day and I've had a little bit of time to think about it. Also, today I am working from home, so I work 4 days a week at my normal job, and then on Wednesdays I'm off. I've just been working on a wedding video for most of the morning, but I think I'm gonna switch tasks to a photo shoot that I did this weekend. So while I'm setting this up, I will talk to you guys about The Naturals. Here's my dilemma. Okay, so also sorry if you can hear my washing machine going. I just started it. I don't know what could have made this book better, because I feel like it was just a really good solid mystery book, but I gave it 4.25 stars on Fable. I might have to end up reevaluating it. This book follows the first main character, which is the girl who can profile people really well. She's like really good at profiling and like knowing stuff about people. It's so fun seeing her get to know the other characters. I did not guess who the villain was, as you guys saw last night. I thought it was really good, and I'm really excited to continue the series. Today, whenever I take my lunch break, I will eat some food and then I'll probably read more of Magnolia Parks. And the one thing that's, I loved my reading experience with this book as well, because I had the physical copy and I also read it on my Kindle, and then I also read it on the Kindle app on my phone, so I kind of like went in between each, and I listened to the audiobooks. I consumed this in every way possible, so that was really fun for me and kept me very entertained as well. But for Magnolia Parks, I only have it in the physical copy, which is fine. I am also annotating it with this. This is the Mr. Pen highlighters. I really like them. They are just very subtle, like you see that? I really like the way that they highlight, but it comes in a bunch of colors. I'll actually link this down below if you guys are interested, as well as all the books that I'm reading in this video. It is 11 o'clock right now, so I might sit down for like an hour to 2 hours and work on these photos, and then I might switch to editing my YouTube video. I also have some TikToks to edit because I've been doing like reviews of every single book as I read them on TikTok. Anyway, that's my update. The Naturals, very good, 4.25 stars. I have a feeling that the books in this video are gonna be a pretty good average rating, and I might actually at the end just show like an actual average rating. I'll average them out. But yeah, loved it. It's 1:23 right now, and I'm about to eat some lunch. This is just my leftover salad that I made last night. I'm gonna eat this. I think I'm gonna read while I'm eating. Okay, I have some thoughts. There is one thing that I am really liking about this book, or like a way that I feel it's well written, is that when we're in BJ's point of view, BJ's voice is very strong. And when we're in Magnolia's point of view, her point of view is very strong. Like, you can tell who you're reading about. For example, when we're in Magnolia's point of view, we're always getting very detailed descriptions of people's clothing and what they're wearing, because her mom's a fashion designer and she really understands fashion and she knows where all these different pieces are from. Also, they're like really expensive, high society. Whenever Magnolia is noticing people's clothing, she specifically, in her head, she's thinking about, like, for a couple things, like if it would look good on BJ, or if BJ has a similar piece or the same piece, or like the same piece in a different color. And I just find it to be so well written in that way. It's just, it's so hard to root for this couple because they are very toxic, and it's just like, just cut each other off, go find different people. Like, so it's gonna be hard for me to rate this because I do feel as if it's quite strong in the writing and the storytelling and like describing the nuances of these feelings, but it's also just like the subject matter is insane. But anyway, I've been reading for about 30 minutes, so I'm gonna read for about 30 more before I get working on some other stuff. Hi guys, it's a bit later. I finished reading, I took a shower, edited a TikTok, sent over all the photos, and now I actually just want to go to sleep. It's 4 o'clock right now, which, you know, is probably a good-ish time to wrap up working, but I've just also downloaded all the footage from my last vlog and then everything I have up to this vlog, and I was thinking of doing a rough cut. I might chill for a bit before doing that just because I feel really tired. This is the thing that is really nice about the days that I work from home though, because when I'm tired I can take a break, whereas at work I get really tired around 3 o'clock, 3 to 5-ish. I'm like exhausted, and it's not my prime brain time. So what would be beautiful, fantastic, and amazing is if I did work full-time for myself. That's always been my dream since I was little. Yeah, Wednesdays are my favorite day of the week now. Yeah, that's my quick update. Not really much more to say in Magnolia Parks. I think I got to, like, let's see how far I got. 70%. So am I delusional for thinking that I should finish it like now and like finish it today? I don't know, to keep in track. So I don't know if I've talked about my reading goals, but this year I have a reading goal of 100 books, which is like, last year I've read 40. Okay, so 100 is a little crazy, but I feel like I can do it. But in order to do that, you have to like do an average of about 8 books a month, and I'm currently at 6 with 2 DNFs and then over halfway through another book. There are only 2 days left of the month. So like, I feel like I'm running behind, but if I don't hit my reading goal, so what? If I only read 6 books a month, that's still 72 books. That's a lot of books. I feel like the reading goal doesn't really matter. It's just more fun of tracking it. Although I have found that for me, it makes me a little bit stressed because I am constantly monitoring how I'm doing towards the yearly goal. But whatever, it's fine. I just really want, for some year, like a year in my life, to have read 100 books in 1 year. So I'm trying for this year, because I feel like this year is probably a year that I'm gonna have the most free time. Not really, because hopefully I do work for myself at some point, and you know, but like, I might have a kid, I might get a different job, we don't know what might happen. So I feel like this year is a good year for me to try and tackle this lifelong goal. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna shut up, and I'm gonna finish putting in my footage into my editing software and maybe do a little bit of a rough cut. We'll see. We'll see.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my
I just have the last chapter left. I will be sharing my thoughts tomorrow. I was trying to figure out what book I will read next. Between these two, I was originally like just gonna go straight into Beartown. However, like, I don't know how this book goes. I don't know how it's written. I don't know really anything about it, but I know that it's more like it's set in the real world, even though Beartown's not a real place, but like, so I feel like going into Throne of Glass might be better for me, but I just don't know. Maybe I'll read like the first page of each of them and then decide from that. Also, yes, when I'm doing my Throne of Glass read, I'm going to do Throne of Glass, then the second book, then Assassin's Blade, because that's the way that Sarah J. Maas says to read it. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, first page of Beartown. Okay, well, that's something. I will say I'm not a big fantasy reader, so this one did not intrigue me at all on the first page because I just don't enjoy fantasy that much, and this one definitely got me hooked. However, I feel like this is gonna emotionally drain me, and like I've heard this does too. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try Throne of Glass. I'm very tired and I don't want to talk anymore. But yeah, this is gonna be my next read. Hey guys, it is tonight as I'm filming this. The Grammys are on, which I'm watching right now on my phone. But as the ads play, I turn it down to like the lowest volume, and I've been working on reading Throne of Glass. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I really don't. I do think it's intriguing. And I like that it has really short chapters, which is making it easy, but I haven't wanted to pick it up. So I have been reading another book that's not part of this video in between, just like, because it's an easier read than this one. But yeah, that's the updates. I'm gonna keep watching until I inevitably fall asleep because I'm quite tired tonight.
Thank you. I'm here for
Song of the Year.
The Grammy goes to Kendrick Lamar.
I genuinely do not know who's gonna win, but I feel like of any category, this is the most likely for Taylor Swift to win.
As selected by the 13,000 voting members of the Recording Academy, the Grammy goes to Cowboy Carter.
I realized I didn't update you guys on my thoughts on Magnolia Parks. Also, I'm sorry the lighting is so bad right now. I just got off work and I need to film this real quick before I go home, since I will probably not have lighting by the time I get home because my drive's really far. I started out, when I first made my review, like updated my Fable, I put Magnolia Parks at a 3.75 stars, but the thing is, the next day I was thinking through it and I ended up being like, okay, I'm gonna lower this to a 3 stars. I feel like that feels a little bit more accurate to how I felt. Like the reason I had rated it 3.75 stars was because I had realized that like the way it's written, you feel what you're supposed to feel, I feel like. However, throughout the day after reading it, I literally reduced it to a 1.5 stars because it was making me so angry. I felt so just like almost sick to my stomach, and if I'm rating on my enjoyability, it was a 1.5 stars. It was horrible. I don't understand how people cheer for Magnolia and BJ because truthfully, I'm just like, you're not soulmates if you have these issues. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. But like, I don't know. I guess everybody has their own opinion. I was just really wanting to love this series so bad, but I fear I will not continue it. Like, unless someone really convinces me that like I will love the Daisy Hates books and can root for Daisy and Christian, I think, whoever she's with. I need to be convinced, or else I'm not gonna pick up one of those books because at that point it would be hate reading. So yeah, it was just, when I heard toxic, I thought, you know, toxic, fun toxic, but not like actually horrible toxic. It made me so angry. I swear. I was so angry. So anyway, there's my update. That's my review. I am heading home now. I think I have the evening to myself. I don't think that Luke is gonna be home. So I'm probably gonna work on editing a little bit, and I'm also going to finish reading the book I'm currently reading, which is not for this video, but I guess I'll probably like talk about it once I finish it, because it was a really popular book at one point, so I will talk about that. But then hopefully I have a little bit of time to continue reading Throne of Glass. We shall see. I'm just struggling with it because I'm not really a fantasy girl. I'm really not, so. I got home, I made roasted veggies and some barbecue chicken while it was cooking because I baked it all in the oven. I finished reading the book that I was in the middle of. I read The Summer of Broken Rules because I was desperate for some summer vibes, even though today actually the weather was really nice. It was like in the upper 60s, like very warm. Tomorrow, however, it's supposed to be like a high of 40 maybe. But anyway, I finished the book, and since it's not really been a huge part of this video, I'll just give like a brief recap, because I hate when I'm watching videos and somebody talks about something else that they're reading outside of like the planned books for the video and they don't say anything about it. So anyway, Summer of Broken Rules, it's a YA romance. I think it's perfect for summertime. I liked reading it right now because I wanted to feel the summer vibes. But basically it's about this girl and her family, and they go to they have this place they go to every single year. One of the cousins is getting married, so they're all there for the wedding, like a week before the wedding. Her older sister has died, and so everything is reminding her of her, and then she meets a guy. There's a little romance. A lot of this takes place with a game of assassins, where basically each character gets another character that they need to kill, and then once they've killed them, they inherit that person's person until it ends with the last person left. So I think that was a fun aspect of it too. I'm gonna give it 3 stars because I think I would recommend it, but it wasn't anything too like special or anything. I was planning on editing, but I'm instead going to continue reading Throne of Glass, probably in bed. I'm gonna move and go to bed because I'm pretty tired, and usually I'm off on Wednesdays, which is tomorrow, but I am going into work tomorrow, so let's see how much I can get through of this. We are starting chapter 7, which is page 39, and we'll see how much I can get read of this tonight. Today I've actually had some time to sit down and dedicate some time to reading. So I am now halfway through Throne of Glass, and I'm hooked. I'm hooked now. I think I just have a hard time getting into fantasy, and the same thing happened to me with Heartless Hunter, where I was like, I don't really think I'm gonna like it. But then as soon as I got past the halfway mark, I started loving it. And that is what's happening with Throne of Glass. Yeah, I really want to know what's gonna happen. I think it's a really interesting story, very intriguing. We'll see how much longer it takes for me to finish this book. Hopefully it won't be too long. I feel like this video is taking me quite a long time to make. I don't know, lately I've just been feeling a little guilty when I choose to read instead of like working on something else that I like should be doing. But like, reading truly is my hobby. I've had a lot of hobbies over the years. Like, I've always been a big hobby person, but reading is the one that like I just want to do because I want to do it. But like, because I have this mindset of like that I shouldn't be doing stuff that I enjoy unless I like earned it or whatever, I feel like I've been not reading as much as I would like to. I'm also not a very fast reader. Like, how do people read as fast as I do? I timed myself earlier, and like I just set a timer, and I had read 39 pages in 49 minutes. And I feel like that's slow, but I don't know. I also have an earache that just will not go away. I've had it for the past like 3 days. Why? Just why? I literally couldn't figure it out. Like, I'm not sick or anything. So I have my diffuser going here, or my little, is that what it's called? It is like eucalyptus essential oils in it. And I'm just rambling now. I need to just get back to reading or something. We are more than halfway through. Also, it is a snow day right now. Like, it is almost 3 p.m. right now, and it has literally been snowing since 6 a.m. I have done the work that I needed to get done today. I just washed my bedding and it's just fresh, and so I'm gonna get cozied up. It is the perfect weather for reading this type of book, and like in the part of the book I'm in right now, like it's snowing and Selena is in her bed reading a book, and I'm like, it's perfect. Also, he's not heated up right now, but I got this Warmy for Christmas, and he's literally my favorite thing ever. I named him Charlie, and yeah, basically I put him in the microwave and he gets heated up, and it's like so nice. Also, any nights that if my husband's like for some reason not home, Charlie keeps me warm. So close to finishing Throne of Glass. I was reading on my lunch break. I think I read like 2 chapters. I'm about to start chapter 50. We're so close to the end. Yeah, I have like less than 40 pages left. So I'm gonna sit down and binge the rest of this. And as soon as I'm done, I will come right back and tell you guys what I'm thinking. Let's do it. I'm done. I'm having a little bit of a hard time figuring out like my rating or what my thoughts are, because it didn't really bring any emotion out of me at all. But I know it's the first book in a very long series, and I feel like it was very much set up. Like, you could tell that the point of this book is to set up for future books. I am intrigued, and I do think I'll continue the series. I'm just not very much of a fantasy girly, but I feel like I'm leaning towards 4 stars. I do love the character dynamics in this book. I don't super love the writing style, though I don't have like specific complaints. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm really happy to finally have read this book, because like people have been telling me to read this for so long. Even in like real life, I was told to read this book. Not just on the internet, but for sure BookTube has told me to read this book so much. So yeah, super excited to be done with this. I'm gonna go directly into reading Beartown, because I have not, like, I still have time to read tonight. So Beartown is my first Frederick Bachman book, and for some reason I didn't realize that it's translated. It says it right on the cover here. I don't know how I missed that. I've been seeing his books everywhere, and this is one, oh gosh, what is happening? This book specifically, Sarah Caroli keeps raving. It's a trilogy, actually, I'm pretty sure. She keeps raving about it. She says that it's so good, and I'm really excited to read it. I am intimidated though, because I feel like it's not that thick, but it just feels dense. But I have a feeling I'm gonna really like his writing. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cry at the end. I mean, that's what I think happens to a lot of people, so we shall see. Update, I'm literally on page 2, and I just got out my highlighter to start highlighting. I already know I'm gonna be obsessed. I'm gonna love this book so much. It's actually been days since I've updated you. Still reading Beartown. I actually also got it on my Kindle because it is on Kindle Unlimited. I didn't notice that it was before. It might have been added, no idea. But anyway, I got it on my Kindle, so I've been reading it on there. But this is how much I have left. On my Kindle, it says it's gonna take me 6 more hours. As for how it's going, because I'm not halfway, but I'm getting close to halfway. It is so good. The writing is incredible. Now, is the reason I haven't finished it yet because I keep getting distracted and reading other books instead? Yes, but it is really good. I'm really enjoying it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set a timer on my phone for an hour and see how much I can read. I'm gonna read out of the actual book instead of my Kindle. Right now I'm on I just finished page 157. So let's see how much I can get read in an hour. So, this is how much I have left of Beartown. I really feel like this is the kind of book that you want to read slowly and digest every single line. It is so well written. You know how like there's certain books where it'll explain experiences that you have so specifically, or things that you've observed that you just haven't been able to put into words? That is this entire book. But also, since last time I updated you guys, I got to the main part of the book, like the halfway mark where things really change in the story. Whenever people like talk about this book, they're like, and then something big happens and the town is divided on what to do about it. That happened, and it became even harder to read this book quickly. I have like a day that I'm trying to get this video out. I've had to just read it as best I can, but this video has to go out the day after tomorrow, and I have barely any time between now and then to both finish the book and finish the video. We are going to finish reading this tonight, and I'm kind of scared because just judging based off of people's reactions and what is happening in this story currently, I'm a little stressed. So we're gonna see how it goes. Let's finish it. But I'm actually gonna read it on my Kindle because I love reading on my Kindle. I'm currently at the 91% mark, and this man is so good at putting together words. The little things that he says and then like makes a callback to whatever the metaphor was, and it's so good. This book has been hard for me to get through, but at the same time right now it's like it said it has like 25 minutes left of the book, and I'm like, I only get to be with this book for 25 more minutes. I mean, I know it's a trilogy, so I could read the other 2 books as well, but yeah. I'm also just scared. I'm scared. What is happening? I'm just gonna have to talk tomorrow. I literally don't have words right now. Oh my gosh. This one's gonna be 5 stars. This is my first 5-star book of the year. At this current time, this is the 14th book that I've read. It's truly just the way that he weaves metaphors into the story and how you get connected to all the characters in the entire town and you understand where each of them are coming from, even if you don't agree with it. I definitely want to read more of his books. And it's like, I do want to continue this series. Do I want to put myself through that? This is a trilogy, so I know this town specifically is obsessed with hockey and it's like their whole thing. But truly, if you have that feeling about any type of sport or just any type of team activity, I feel like you can relate this to whatever you care about, basically. It's also just heartbreaking. The second half of this book really just made me so upset. Like, it gave me so many emotions, and it's crazy the range of emotions that can happen within a single page on this book. Absolutely phenomenal. 5 stars. We love it. Let's go ahead and calculate our average rating. Okay, our average rating was, I think, 3.7 stars. That's kind of my average rating of all the books I read. So it's a pretty standard rating for me. I feel like definitely Magnolia Parks brought it down and Beartown definitely brought it up. But I think overall, a really good reading selection. And that fan just turned on, so my audio is not probably the best, so I think that's gonna be my cue to say goodbye. If you guys stuck around to this part of the video, thank you so much. I will see you guys in my next video.